Hello students. This session we are going to discuss the stationary or standing waves and its related concept. The first one what we are going to discuss is basic concepts in standing wave or stationary waves. Yes. So I hope that before come to this topic, as a students you must recall what is a plane progressive wave and its property. Yes, I hope that you already studied, so I can directly go for the discussion. Let us consider yi, that is nothing but displacement of the incident wave, incident plane wave yi. So for this incident wave I can write that ai, we know that amplitude of the incident wave sine of omega t minus what children, kx. That means a wave is incident is a wave which is moving along the positive x direction with the frequency or angular frequency omega and wave number is k with the amplitude a incident. Yes. Now please see that this is the surface. Yes. So now this is the incident wave. This is the what children? Incident wave. So y incident. There are two things are possible here. So some part of the wave may be gets reflected and some part of the wave may be what children? Gets penetrated. Yes. So this wave is called transmitted. This wave is called what children? Transmitted wave, and this is incident wave. Yes, incident, and this is what children? Reflected wave. This is what children? Reflected wave. Yes. Now please see that I am going to write the displacement equation for incident and transmitted wave. So for the reflected wave, so incident wave I was written, so reflected wave yr, or that is equal to what children? Yes, ar, but you just see that sin I into omega t. Since the direction is gets reversed, therefore it can be written as plus kx. It can be written as what children? Plus kx. So during the reflection there may be a chance for change in amplitude of the wave, since some part is transmitted, so therefore its energy amplitude will not be same. That's why I have written that ai and ar as different amplitudes. Okay. Yes, because some part of the energy is going out from the medium. Now please see that for a transmitted wave, the displacement equation for the transmitted wave, I can write that is a transmitted as sine of omega t plus, since this is going along the positive x direction, suppose if I consider this is plus x and a plus y direction, so these two waves are going along the positive x direction, so omega t minus kx, minus sign only will be there. Yes, since it is reflected back, so positive sign comes. But please see that children, whenever the wave is traveling from a medium to another medium, then definitely there will be a change in wave number. Change in what children? Wave number. So wave number will not be remains the same for the incident wave and transmitted wave when the wave is going from one medium to another medium. So that is the main thing what you have to keep in mind. Yes. So but in reflection, since it is takes place at the same medium, so therefore k value remains the same for the incident wave and the reflected wave. But for the incident wave and the transmitted wave, the incident wave is in one medium and this may be in the some other medium. Yes, this may be in the some other medium. So for that the k value does not change. Sir, what about omega, sir? So omega is depends on the source, frequency of the source, which is independent of the nature of the medium. Therefore omega remains what children? As a change. So therefore, and these are the important results. So what I can get from this discussion, that the total amplitude of the incident wave is nothing but amplitude of the transmitted wave and reflected wave. Amplitude of the transmitted wave and what children? Reflected wave. And omega does not change either for the incident wave or reflected wave or transmitted wave. Omega, that means the frequency term remains same. So omega remains same. Omega remains what children? Same. Also you know that you are already studied in plane wave equation. Omega is nothing but 2 pi by t, that is equal to what children? 2 pi f, that is equal to what children? 2 pi f. But what about the case of k value? Yes, For reflection and incident waves, k remains the same. The wave number for k incident. So for incident wave and as a reflected wave, both k values are same. Both k values are what, children? Same. But for transmitted wave, but for what, children? Transmitted wave, the k will be different. That's why we have written that has to be k dash. That has to be what, children? K dash. So we know that in general k is equal to what, children? Yes, 2 pi by lambda. K equal to what, children? 2 pi by lambda. Yes. So therefore, yes, this is the information. So k is equal to 2 pi by lambda, and similarly k dash is equal to 2 pi by lambda dash. 2 pi by what, children? Lambda dash. Yes. Okay. So this is the wave number in the case of incident, reflected and transmitted wave. Yes. And moreover, we know that the speed of the wave is given by velocity is equal to either omega by k or yes, frequency into lambda, f into lambda. Since both the cases, either for the reflection, transmission and incident, all are having same omega or same frequency, therefore f remains the same. So, but lambda is changing because k is changing, therefore lambda also changing. So, therefore, for reflection, so velocity for the incident wave and reflected wave both are same. Velocity of the incident wave and reflected wave both are same. But in the case of transmitted wave, so velocity of the transmitted wave is different. Since so it is given as to be v dash is equal to what, children? F into lambda dash. F into what, children? Lambda dash. So lambda dash we can get it that. Yes. So from this we just see that, or we can see that v is equal to omega by k also. V equal to what, children? Omega by k. Either using this relation or this relation, we can write that as the velocity of the wave for the incident and reflected waves remains the same since it is travel in the same medium. But when compared to the incident wave, the transmitted wave velocity will be different because of the change in frequency. So from this we know that whenever light is going from one rarer medium to one denser medium, velocity gets decreases. So let us assume that the right side part is, this is some part medium 1 and this is some medium 2, and this medium is more denser, means the velocity of the the wave will be less here. So therefore we can say that lambda is greater than what, children? Lambda dash. Lambda is greater than is what, children? Lambda dash. Where lambda is wavelength of the incident wave and lambda dash will be wavelength of the transmitted wave. Yes. Okay, children. So another important results related to that one is now please see that the amplitude of the reflected wave, amplitude of the what, children? Reflected wave can be written as, can be what, children? Written as k minus k dash. That can be written as in terms of what, children? Incident wave amplitude. In terms of what, children? Incident wave amplitude. That is what, children? K minus k dash divided by k plus k dash. The long derivation is there. I am just giving the direct results for our analysis. So similarly for transmitted wave, similarly for what, children? Transmitted wave, we can write that has to be 2k divided by what, children? K plus k dash into incident. You just keep these results in mind for the problem solving purpose. And moreover, we know that you just see that the same expression can be written as, which relates the amplitude of the waves with the wave numbers. Since we know that, so we know that velocity is equal to omega by k, either for as we said, for either for incident, reflected or transmitted wave, omega remains the same, but k will be differ. Therefore we can say that v is inversely proportional to what, children? K. So by using this relation we can rewrite that formulas. That means amplitude of the reflected wave and amplitude of the transmitted wave as in terms of velocity, that is A is reflection, that is equal to what, children? As V minus V dash divided by what, children? V plus V into A incident, and that is similarly this can be written as A transmission, that is equal to 2V divided by what, children? V plus V dash. So these are the what children? Yes, amplitude of the reflected and transmitted wave in terms of in terms of what is that children? Yes, velocities. Yes, since they are inversely proportional, so that velocity terms should be corrected like this. That means we can write that as to be V dash by V dash minus V, and similarly we can write this as to be, yes, this is V dash V. Okay, so kindly make this correction alone. So in terms of reflection, V dash minus V, that means velocity of the transmitted wave or in the second medium minus velocity in the incident wave, velocity of the incident wave. Similarly here also V dash will be there. Yes, there is a separate proof for that will be discussed in a problem session. For theory discussion, you just keep this alone in mind. And next, these are the basic information related to the plane progressive waves which takes place the reflection. Yes, the another important note is whenever the wave is reflected from the smooth surface, if reflection takes place at the smooth surface, reflection takes place at what children? Smooth reflecting surface. There is no phase difference, no additional phase difference. There is no what children? Additional phase difference. There is no additional what children? Phase difference. Okay, and that and all we already discussed in a plane progressive wave. If reflection takes place in the rough reflecting surface, there will be an additional phase difference of pi radian. There will be additional phase difference. There will be a additional phase difference of pi radian. Yes, so the phase difference will be delta pi. Additional phase difference will be additional value. That value is what children? Pi radian. That value is what children? Pi radian. So these two concepts or points should be keep in mind. Now I can go for what is standing waves. So you just see that in case of standing wave. So the first question is, what is a standing wave? What is standing or stationary waves? Yes, whenever the incident wave and the reflected waves are superimposed with each other, so there is no progression of the wave. So the incident is a progressive wave and the reflected progressive waves gets what children? Superimposed with each other, superpose or overlap with each other. The resulting wave is called what children? As a standing wave. The resulting wave is what children? Standing wave. So the pattern of the, suppose you can say this is the incident wave. This is what children? Incident wave. It is going along the positive x direction, for example. Then there is a reflecting surface. There will be what children? Reflecting surface. Now what will happen? The wave gets reflected, and what will happen children? So the wave gets reflected and its direction will change, and direction will be what children? Change. So therefore you can draw that as it's easy to draw a little bit. So now please see that is you can draw like this. Yes. So let us consider this is the incident wave. This is what children? Incident. It is going like this, sinusoidal wave. And this is your reflecting surface. The reflecting wave is traveling in the opposite direction in the same medium. And that incident wave, so this is your incident wave, this is your what children? Reflected wave. So that incident wave and the reflected waves are overlap or superposed with each other. So we can see that carefully mark the representation children. Say this is your y incident. So this wave is going like this, y incident. Okay, so kindly make the change in the diagram. Yes, okay. So this is your incident wave. So this is your incident wave, and which will be gets reflected back. So this is your reflected wave. So y reflection. It's going like this. In this manner it is going. So y reflection. Yes. So this overlapping of incident wave and the reflected waves is resulting a wave that is called stationary waves. The word stationary itself, you know that what children? Yes, there is no movement. Yes, just energy is not transferred from one point to another point. but energy is remains stored in the medium. Yes, and that is the thing, children. Yes, so the stationary wave is nothing but the superposition of incident and reflected wave from any one of the reflecting surface. If there is no reflecting surface, even though the wave is coming in opposite direction, which will not produce any stationary waves or standing waves. And second one is a condition. That is the condition what we said. The condition for generation of the stationary waves is what, children? The incident wave should be reflected from the reflecting surface. If there is no reflecting surface, for example, you assume that one wave is going in this manner, some other wave is coming in as opposite direction. Even these two waves are overlaps, we cannot get any stationary waves. So what is the condition for stationary wave means? There should be a reflector. So whenever this wave is and approaching this reflecting surface, and this reflected wave and this incident wave should overlap, then only we can get the what, children? Stationary waves. So that is the condition for this. And the third one is the types of stationary waves. That is types of the what, children? Stationary waves. One is longitudinal and another one is what, children? Transverse. So the vibration in the wires of the sonometer as a device, that is an example for what is the transverse stationary wave or standing waves. That means just to take the string, either fix the one end or fix the both the end and plug it. The waves generated in that is what, children? Is a transverse stationary waves. So example is what, children? Vibration in strings. Vibration of stretched strings. Vibration of what, children? Stretched strings. Stretched strings. Okay. Now the longitudinal is nothing but vibration of the air column in the organ pipe. So that is organ pipe, either open or closed organ pipe. Yes. So this is the basic introduction about what, children? Standing waves. And now we are going to write the amplitude equation. Now we are going to write the what, children? Amplitude equation. So let us consider the incident wave y incident. Yes, that is analytical treatment for the standing waves. Now please see that y incident is taken as to be a sine of what, children? Omega t minus kx. Omega t is what, children? Minus kx, or you can take this as to be kx minus omega t. It doesn't matter. So this wave is nothing but incident wave. When this incident wave is reflected back from the any one of the reflecting surface, for example, yes. Now please see that for the reflected wave, I can write that for the reflected wave I can write that you please draw this diagram as a little bit proper way. Yes. So this is your reflected wave. They are superimposed with each other. Therefore, y reflection, that is equal to what, children? A sine of just direction gets opposite. Therefore, omega t plus kx. Omega t plus what, children? Kx. Either you can write this is kx minus omega t or omega t minus kx. No problem. So what is standing wave? We said the superposition of incident wave and the reflected wave. Therefore, y is equal to, this y represents the displacement equation for the standing wave. Y is equal to what, children? Yes, y incident plus y reflection. We know the what is that called? A superposition principle. Yes, so that is equal to a sine of omega t minus kx plus a sine of what, children? Omega t is plus kx plus kx. You just use a sin c plus sin d, that formula, then we can get that the final answer has to be 2a is sin kx. 2a is what, children? Sin kx into cos omega t. So this is the general expression for what, children? Standing wave equation. General expression for what, children? Standing wave equation. And this term represents the amplitude of the standing waves. Yes, we will continue the discussion. Please kindly note down the theory, students. So we will elaborately discuss about this wave S. Take that standing wave displacement equation. So y is equal to 2a s sin kx into what, children? Cos omega t. Yes. Now this is called what, children? Yes, you just see that. What is the difference between normal plane progressive wave? Means amplitude does not depends on any variables like distance, time, etc. like that. But in this case, if you are writing like this, or the same can be written as, the same equation can be written as 2a cos omega t into what, children? Sin kx into what, children? As sin kx. Therefore, you just see that this amplitude equation, the amplitude of the standing wave may depends on time or may depends on position, may depends on time or may depends on what, children? Position. So that is the main difference between yes, normal plane progressive wave and the stationary waves. So now please take that. Yes, so amplitude change. The case one what I am going to discuss is amplitude change with respect to yes, distance. With respect to distance, that is x. That is what, children? X. Therefore, amplitude of the stationary wave is nothing but 2a sin kx. 2a what, children? Sin kx. Now please see that there is a point in that super yes, standing waves, and you just see that. For your understanding purpose, I can take only one complete wave, and this is called one loop. This is called what, children? One loop. But you know that one wave is nothing but what, children? This is one wave. This is one wave, and this will be yes, reflected back, and it will be yes, drawn like this. Therefore, yes, you see that. So yes, this is the wave generated for one complete wave. For one complete wave is like this. You just consider, yes, either that may be yes, two fixed reflecting surface or one reflecting surface. It doesn't matter. But you see that, children, the total distance for one complete yes, cycle is nothing but wavelength lambda. But half of this is what, children? Half of this is what? This distance is lambda by 2. This distance is what, children? Lambda by 2. In this half of that is what, children? Lambda by 4. This will be what, children? Lambda by 4. This is what, children? Lambda by 4. And moreover, in this diagram, you just see that yes, there are certain points. There are certain points where the displacement of the particles are 0. Displacement of the particles are 0. That points are called what, children? Node. That points are called what, children? Node. That means if the amplitude of the stationary wave or the particles are 0, that point is called what, children? Node. Where the amplitude either positive maximum or negative maximum, that position of the particle is called what, children? Antinode. That position of the particle is what, children? Antinode. So now please see that for node, that means what, children? Amplitude is 0. Amplitude equal to what, children? 0. That is called node. Is amplitude of the standing wave 0 means the sine function should be 0. Therefore, as a sin kx should be 0, or kx should be, for what values of kx the sine function will be 0 means for pi values, n into pi. So where n is equal to yes, 0, 1, 2, etc. like that. So k is what, children? 2 pi by lambda x, that is equal to n into pi. So pi gets cancelled out. From this I can say that xn, that is the position of node, that is equal to what, children? N lambda by 2. N lambda by 2, and the corresponding yes, running indices is n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. 0, 1, 2, 3, what, children? Etc. Yes, that is the another one. Now in the case of for antinode, in the case of what, children? For antinode, yes, for antinode. Well, for antinode, what is the condition means? You just see that it should be either plus or minus 2a or maximum displacement. That is, amplitude of the standing wave should be maximum. Amplitude of the standing wave should be what, children? Maximum. So that means sin kx. So that means sin kx should be plus or minus 1. or I can say that kx should be what, children? 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. 2n minus 1 into what, children? Pi by 2. So you are already familiar with this in what is that, children? Interference of the wave. So you know that, yes, pi by 2. Again k is equal to what, children? 2 pi by lambda x, that is equal to 2n minus 1 pi by 2. So pi gets cancelled out. Therefore what, children? X antinode, that means position of the antinode. X antinode, that means position of the antinode, that is equal to what, children? Just cross multiply this, we can get 2n minus 1 lambda by 4. 2n minus 1 what, children? Lambda by 4, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. Yes, children. Yes, these are the condition for what, children? Yes, the position of the node and antinode when the amplitude of the standing waves changes with respect to, or we are considering the variation of amplitude of the standing wave with respect to distance. Okay, children. In the same manner, I can consider the second case also. That is a variation of what, children? Amplitude with respect to time. With respect to what, children? Time. Yes. For this case, you just consider this equation. Yes. So in this case, the amplitude is taken as to be, amplitude of the standing wave is taken as to be what, children? As 2a cos omega t. What, children? 2a is 2a cos omega t. So again the same condition what we said is for node amplitude will be 0, for antinode amplitude will be what, children? Maximum. Amplitude will be what, children? Maximum. Therefore for node amplitude will be 0, that means cos omega t should be 0, or omega t should be what, children? As for what value of cos omega t will be 0, means omega t should be odd multiples of pi by 2. Odd multiples of what, children? Pi by 2. So therefore from this I can get that as for node I can get that omega is nothing but 2 pi by t. So therefore 2 pi by capital T into T node I can write the time for formation of the node. T node, that is equal to what, children? 2n minus 1 pi by 2. 2n minus 1 what, children? Pi by 2. So we just cancel the terms. Then T node, that is equal to what, children? 2n minus 1 t by 4, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. So whenever the time is t by 4 or 3t by 4 like that, at that time what will generate, children? Node will form in the stationary waves. So similarly as for antinode, for what, children? As antinode formation, this, as we said, is the amplitude will be maximum for antinode as we mentioned here. Therefore in this case cos omega t should be maximum, that means plus or minus 1. Therefore we can get that omega t is equal to what, children? N into pi. Omega t is what, children? N into pi. So I can take these results here. So omega is nothing but 2 pi by t. The corresponding time is considered to be TAN as a time for formation of the antinode. That is equal to what, children? N into pi. So pi gets cancelled out. Therefore TAN, that is equal to what, children? N into t by 2. N into what, children? T by 2. Yes. So provided n is equal to the running indices, n is equal to what, children? Yes, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So for these conditions you can get that formation of the antinode, time for formation of the what, children? Antinode. Yes. So this is the very basic information about the standing waves and the basic related concept. Okay, children. So I hope that you can get some clarity with that. Yes, please note down the theory part, students. Thank you.